I, a 31-year-old woman, have been with my husband, a 43-year-old man, for a decade, married for 6 months. I always thought I was overly sensitive because his cruel humor hurt me deeply, but reading a book on abuse made me realize my marriage isn't what I thought. I'm so thankful to have found this community and hope your perspectives can help me make sense of this and find a way to address it constructively with my husband. I always wanted children only after marriage, and now that we're married, I've started thinking seriously about it. But I've come to a painful realization. I can't bring a child into this dynamic without seeing changes in his behavior. While he has this one harmful trait, our relationship isn't outright verbally abusive, so I'm struggling to find resources or others with similar experiences. The good, he's an excellent provider, would be an entertaining father and is generous and encouraging. I love him, and he loves me. The bad, his jokes are cutting and make me feel disrespected at my core. I'm okay, but when I picture myself as a child with a father like him, I can't imagine how damaged I'd be. I know I need to address this before we have kids. We've talked about this before, and he says it's just his personality, not directed only at me, and that I'm too sensitive. The problem, how do I approach this conversation? I'm not flawless, so how can I call out his faults? Is there a guide for this? I don't want it to feel like an ultimatum or like I'm attacking him. I feel terrible for not addressing this before we married. I want to frame this as us working together against the issue, not me versus him. How do I handle this? Update 1, I, 31F, have been with my husband, 43M, for 10 years, married for 6 months. After posting on an advice forum, I'm realizing this is a bigger issue than I thought. What do I do now? I'm struggling to process everything. I read Why Does He Do That? Yesterday and couldn't stop. While my husband shows some behaviors from the book, it's not frequent or extreme. It mainly comes down to his cruel jokes and unsolicited advice or criticism. That's it. Not all the time either. I've been reflecting for 3 days, and he hasn't said anything hurtful in that time. But when he does, it lingers because it stings. Here's what I need help understanding. Could this be unintentional? His behavior mirrors his mother's, and he has low emotional awareness. I know he loves me deeply. I can't see him doing this on purpose. How can he be so wonderful, supportive, and kind in other ways? Do those qualities outweigh his flaws? He supports my career fully, covers all our expenses, and sacrifices so I can pursue my passion. How could someone who wants to hurt me do that? What if it's me? I'm sensitive and insecure. Sometimes I take neutral things personally when I'm down. Could this be a mix of his outdated, unfunny humor and my sensitivity to criticism? I think we both share some blame. Update 2, I spoke with my therapist, who I was seeing because my husband convinced me I had issues with emotional regulation and communication. I came prepared with research and specific examples of his manipulative, controlling, and belittling patterns. She was supportive but direct, suggesting I contact a local domestic violence organization to create a safe exit strategy and seek legal help for a divorce. She urged me to act quickly. I trust her, but I'm in shock. My world feels turned upside down. I'm torn between relief that others see this too and heartbreak because he's my best friend. I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.